these things mean very little to you right now with no context. But hey,
But soon.
soon. That's called baiting the hook. That's called building anticipation. Okay, we've got the art on screen. Let's take a look here. This is Mark 1 of 7-star crystals and shards. We saw some pushback from the community on it. And for me, I'll explain my personal tie to it. To me, Mike and I had this conversation. In North America, it was a thing in the 90s. I can't speak for elsewhere in the world. But in North America in the 90s, it was a thing for kids' television to be like gross out shows. So the States had Nickelodeon. We in Canada had something called YTV, right? And a lot of it was like slime. And like it was this color neon green everywhere.
Yeah.
And for me, this is like nostalgia, because this also aligns with like the time where I was really getting into comics and comic books and cartoons for the first time and seeing X-Men, like the X-Men cartoon. So like to me, this was so nostalgic. And I understand maybe not everybody shares that personal affinity.
I always liked these ones. I honestly didn't get the slime reference until you said it during rehearsal the other day. For me, this just always looked like emeraldy and green and gemstone-ish.
I think it looks cool, but hey, we listened, we heard. We heard that people were not pleased. I think we went back to the drawing board and we're like, hey, let's make this even more polished.
Yep.
Let's make this look powerful. And people really like the purple involved. So hey, here's Mark 2 of the 7-star crystals and shards. Some of this leaked in the last little while here, but this is the first official. Hey, if you're out there and you're leaking our stuff, maybe stop. I'd appreciate it.
That'd be great.
We want to like build this hype to like here and like have 10,000 people and be like, whoa, look at this together. And we don't want them to be like, yeah, we've seen this on Twitter, you know? But hey, I like this. Walk me through. What's your feeling about the purple?
So I think these look sweet. I think your note about the purple is absolutely accurate.
Yeah.
The coolest part for me is that like interior glow on the full crystal, like the way it just comes through from the kind of interior to shard perspective.
From the
I think it looks
right?
sweet. Yeah.
It's like, it feels like it's unbridled power just being contained and just waiting to burst out. And I think that looks super cool.
Yep.
Super, super cool. Green better than purple, says Hollow Kisame. I love it. Shard 7-star for the class here. Pretty sweet from Muppet Maniac 2. I respect that name a lot as well. So awesome. I'm glad that we've got those out there. But that's not all. We also have the art team went back and shifted and adjusted our champ border and our HP bar as well. So this again is the OG.
This one I understood more of the feedback on.
I agree.
I liked the purple, I liked the green.
Yeah.
But especially when it's on kind of device and smaller, it looked a little bit like organic-y or like kind of a growth of a fungus or lichen or something.
Yeah.
So I get the feedback in this case that wasn't quite doing it.
Yeah. So I think one community member, and honestly it was probably a lot, but one comment that I saw that I was like, I get it now, like it kind of unlocked the understanding for me, is they said it looked like an eye growing out of a potato.
Oh God, yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay,
Oh.
I see that. I know that's not the intention, that's also not my first instinct, but I can see why that might like pull people in and think that way. But that's okay, because our team don't miss, and they came back and said, hey, let's do this. Boom, the new hotness.
It looks sweet. I'm
Doesn't
so happy
it
with
look
this.
good?
Yeah.
Oh man, it looks so cool. I think it still has that core element that you were mentioning about the crystal itself.
Yep.
And it looks like it's got that power emanating out from underneath it, right?
My favorite kind of thematic about this is that for the 5-star border and the 6-star border, they're like quite like clean cut. Like they're kind of polished up borders.
Yeah.
In this case, it is more of that kind of power crystal growth, a little bit more. It's not organic because it's a crystal, but it's not as like clean cut and polished. And I like the visual differentiation there a lot.
I think it's great. I think it looks really cool. And we also had some good feedback here. That looks great from Alex KCH87. We got one. Looks awesome. Skills XXZ. That's so much better. Bean Raider 5. That's a W. Someone literally just wrote W. Furry Boy says border looks sick. So I'm glad that you guys, at least some of you, seem to like it.
Yep.
Like you said, we got one, and that's the one we do it for, you know? It doesn't matter if everyone likes it. There's too many people, we can't please everyone. No. I'm gonna focus on the ones that love it, you know? Okay, and then I think there was another really important slide after this one, ooh la la.
I forget what's next, honestly. I don't.
That was it, because they let me make the slides. So the last one said wowie yippee to end it.
Oh,
this
this
one
is,
says
okay,
ooh la la.
It's a lot better.
This is what happens. I think it's great. I think it's great. Okay, we can take away the slide.